Hello, I'm Donna L. Harrison, and welcome to our final talk for the day. For this one, we're going to hear from Reggie Piercy, Vice President of Sandler Training, on how to motivate your employees when you have to be physically distant. Here's Reggie.
It was a dark and stormy day when two battleships assigned to the same training squadron had been at sea on maneuvers in heavy weather. The lieutenant was serving on the lead battleship and was on watch at the bridge as night fell. However, the visibility worsened with patchy fog through the evening, so the captain was summoned to join the lieutenant at the bridge. Shortly after the captain arrived, the lookout on the wing of the bridge reported light bearing on the starboard bow. "Is it steady or moving eastern?" the captain called out. The lookout replied, "Steady, Captain." This meant the ship was on a dangerous collision course with the other ship. The captain then called to the signalman. "Signal to the other ship. We are on collision course. Advise you change direction, 20 degrees. Back came the signal. "Advisable for you to change direction, 20 degrees. The captain, a bit irritated by the response, told the signalman to send, "I am a captain. Change your course, 20 degrees. Back came the signal. "I'm a seaman, second class. I strongly advise you to change course, 20 degrees. By this time, the captain was furious. He spat out to the signalman to send, "I am a battleship. Change course, 20 degrees. With that, back came the signal, "I am a lighthouse." Safe to say, the captain and the battleship changed course 20 degrees. Have you ever experienced this in an organization, association, or maybe even your family unit? That is, the use of power, authority, status, or title is used to influence another to change course or change their ways. In most cases, even if the change is made, it is not sustained for the long term. The problem with this type of external motivating force is that the life of motivational change is in the seed. That is, each person on this earth is unique with different needs, different beliefs, different values, and different desires. Each person ultimately has the free will or individual willpower to make change or take action. They are immovable like a lighthouse until that choice is made with their free will. Each individual on earth is indeed so different that the odds of producing you again by your natural parents is 1 in 400 trillion. Yes, 1 in 400 trillion. That indeed makes you very special and unique. Because the life or power is in the seed, the motivation to change or take action is an inside-out proposition. So what does that mean for organizations, associations, and affiliations that we may belong to? How can they motivate their teams or individuals that sign up to be part of their mission? First, realizing that any form of motivation that is external, whether based on appreciation and recognition or based on fear and threat, is always a short-term play. The influence from the outside to change is not sustainable for the long term without connecting to the internal drive and motivation of the individuals within the organization. The best strategy an organization can take is to create processes and systems that align with the desires of its team members, desires that are attached to the internal positive mindset of each individual. Identify your why, your what, your how, and who you want to be as a company. Then develop systems to deliver and execute your core deliverables to that mission. To sustain your mission, you need to ensure you are selecting the right talent that aligns with the company mission and core values, thereby creating the culture you desire. Ultimately, the role of the organization is to set a positive environment for their talent and help the individual to cultivate their desires, passions, self-fulfillment, and self-validations once they become a member of your team. Get to know each person's interests and desires. Instead of assuming and guessing, ask each team member for input on a regular basis. The team's desires are not static. They are ever-changing. A senior executive thought they would treat their leadership team to a nice upscale restaurant for lunch. The average plate was about $50 per person. She thought this would be a nice gift to say thank you for their hard work. She was astounded to see that nobody seemed to be impressed by the event. This left her disappointed and a bit upset that all the work that went into the event was not recognized. After some reflection, she decided to create a favorite things list to better understand her team's interests and desires. After completing the list, one morning she placed a thank you note card along with each executive's favorite candy bar on their desk prior to them arriving for work. She was amazed at how appreciative they were of such a simple gesture. By learning what was important to her team members, her simple yet powerful gesture made a positive impact for the day. The word motivation can be broken down into two parts, motive and action. The question to ask is, what motive does my team have to take action? In 1994, I was 31 years old, a college graduate with 10 years of hotel management experience. I had landed a job teaching management trainees how to run select service hotels with Marriott International in Atlanta, Georgia. I was also the father of a 5-year-old son. Needless to say, I was better at running a hotel than I was at being a father at that age. At the time, my son was not behaving or following instructions very well, and he had a defiant attitude with his mother that I was not happy about. On top of that, he would not sleep in his own bed at night and would routinely knock on our door between 1 and 2 a.m. in the morning, wanting to climb in the bed with Mommy and Daddy. No amount of yelling at the door or making threats would get him back in his own bed. In fact, it only made it worse, as he would start to whimper and cry. Using my power and authority to change his behavior or motivate him to sleep in his own bed was not working. As good fortune would have it, during this same time period, Marriott decided to send me to a week-long educational retreat to help roll out a new leadership program to our more senior managers and then eventually with our entry-level management team. Little did I know the training would have a deep impact on my mindset, beliefs, and behaviors in all parts of my life. It wasn't just about leadership in the hospitality industry. It was about leading your life in all things that are important in your life. I left the retreat with a long list of action items that I was intent on improving in myself, with all the roles that I played in my life. One of those being a better father. One of the action items I wrote down was making a commitment to spend 20 minutes with my son each evening before his bedtime, laying in his own bed and just talking. Sometimes reading stories, sometimes just listening to him speak. The memories I now have of doing this are immeasurable and priceless. So many laughs and so many stories from my son that enlightened my mind and tightened our bond. My motivations were twofold. One, spend some nice quality time with my son each day. After all, he was my pride and joy and family legacy. And two, improve his self-confidence and help him to feel safer sleeping in his own bed. Basically, to help him overcome the bad dreams that were waking him up in the middle of the night. It was amazing that just after 1 week of laying down with my son, that he started sleeping through the night in his own bed. I can only imagine that the emotional feeling of being loved by his father and the safety of falling asleep while his dad lay next to him put him at peace as he slept through the night. You see, I learned through that experience that titles and authority do not motivate others to change, at least nothing that is sustainable for the long term. The life was in the seed. The desire to change was within my son. All I did was cultivate his environment by helping him to feel safe, sharing my love and concern with him, and empowering a positive mindset that he held on to internally. As you might expect, his overall countenance changed too. He became more loving, less defiant with his mother, and Daddy's best buddy. With any new endeavor you take in life, you often get a pleasant surprise that is totally unexpected or planned for. One night as we sat at the dinner table, my son looked across the room at me and asked if he could go to work with me. At the moment I thought, hey, that was the coolest thing. My son loved me so much that he wanted to go to work and spend the whole day with his father. You see, I had a large training room at my disposal, and I knew I could keep him occupied drawing on flip chart paper placed on the floor, as well as show him off to the others at the training facility. It would be a great day. As soon as my mind had drifted back to my son to answer his question, I said, yes, Aaron, that would be a lot of fun. My son's eyes immediately lit up at my answer, and he said, oh, Daddy, I can't wait to ride on the train. In my astonishment, I said, Aaron, what do you mean? Daddy doesn't ride a train at work. He answered, yes, you do, Daddy. I hear you talking to Mommy all the time about the training that you do. It is a priceless memory that I will hold on to forever. In closing, I would like to share 5 key strategies you can use to help cultivate an environment for your team members to thrive in. They come from Mike Crandall's book on motivational management, The Sandler Way. Remember that people are self-motivated by the following actions. Number 1, they want to do something. Number 2, they want to be something. Number 3, they want to have something. Number 4, they want to accomplish something. Number 5, they want to be known for something. Always remember that motivation is an inside-out proposition. It's an internal mindset for each unique individual formed in their own set of values and beliefs. The life is in the seed. Cultivate your work and/or home environment around these key strategies and watch the magic begin. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to continue the conversation, you can send me an email to reggie.piercy@sandler.com or go to my LinkedIn page and invite or message me. You can also stay on the live stream for some questions and answers. See you there. Thank you.
The UTC Mosaic program caters to the university's students with autism. With about 50 students in our program representing a wide array of degree fields, we need help from local professionals in 3 areas. First, we need work experience for our students. This can take the form of part-time work, internships, or volunteer work. Secondly, we need professional mentors who are willing to pair with our students in a one-on-one capacity. Finally, we need any local sponsors who would be willing to donate to the program. Thank you for your time, and I hope to hear from you soon.
Sometimes life doesn't go according to plan. But even when your plans change, your dreams don't have to. Finishing your degree should fit your schedule, not fill it. When you're ready, we'll be here.